What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Buccaneers franchise, and I am so happy to be back to my normal self. I apologize again, guys, for that audio on the last video. I had no idea how rough my voice was and how quiet I was talking until after I got done and I edited it. Wow, geez, that was a tongue twister. And the problem with it is I don't know how to record my voice separately from like my game, so I couldn't just up my voice in editing and keep the game the same. So I'm still learning how to do that kind of stuff. I'm sure there's plenty of ways to do it, but I just don't know how. So there was no way for me to fix it. I had a noise gate on my mic because there's background noise where I live, so I don't want certain things getting picked up. And I didn't realize that my voice being so soft, there was a lot of commentary that I actually had to cut out because it just didn't even get picked up on the mic. It was crazy. You'd hear like a little syllable here and there, but it was bad. But anyway, I appreciate all the love on that video, guys. It has been an awesome success for my last few videos, and I'm really excited to get this season going. We had ourselves an excellent offseason, in my opinion. We had great drafting. I think we did pretty well in free agency given our cap situation and just what we ended up figuring out with the players we have. So I've been doing some testing with the sliders. I have almost everything to a T from the Baker slider video that I did. I may be adjusting some stuff on the defensive side because the last update or two wrecked coverage and defense as a whole. I'm sure if you guys play, you guys know what I'm referring to. Madden even put out a hot fix and said they increased this or increased that. It's still not 100% fixed. So I'm hoping I can find a good balance with the sliders by just doing minor tweaks. So we'll see how things go through the preseason. Make sure to let me know down below, guys, what you guys see out of the slider set that I have. I will go over the sliders in a video going into the regular season so that you guys know what is the final verdict on the sliders. So let me know down below. We are going to play the preseason. You guys, I put a poll out. Even the comments were telling me, play the preseason, play the preseason. We got a lot of new players. That is very true. So we are going to be doing the preseason. And our first game is against the Houston Texans. We're on the road, but I'm excited. I can't wait to see what this team can do. I've been watching some test games. Things look pretty good. Some of you guys are probably jumping up for joy right now because you guys have been telling me on multiple videos to give Trey Lance a book he can use. And I'm doing it. We're going to give a shot to Baltimore, okay? We're going to try Baltimore Ravens offensive playbook to see if it can help Trey Lance become a more consistent quarterback and also utilize his legs. I'm trying to keep this as realistic as possible. It's hard sometimes with Madden because you don't know exactly what you're going to get until you play a few games. But I do want to try and give Trey Lance a legitimate shot at being our future quarterback and our current quarterback. So we're going to go with the spread offensive formation, and we're going to go Baltimore playbook. We're still rocking Miami for defense. I've really liked what I've seen out of that so far. Before we get to the game, I'm just going to go do a quick run through of the roster because I did do some off camera or off recording signings just to fill out the team and bring in some undrafted guys. So the quarterbacks haven't changed. It's Lance and Huntley going into the regular season. Running backs have not changed. It's Rachaad White, Taquan Samuel, Zonovan Knight, and Sean Tucker. I do have Sean Tucker above Knight in the depth chart, even though Knight is a much better running back. I don't want to replace Sean Tucker. I just wanted to make sure we brought some more guys in. So now we have Zonovan Knight here, and who knows, maybe he turns into something good, maybe not. Taquan Samuel is going to be our starting power back, of course, and I will try to get him worked in a few more areas, especially if I see that Rachaad White's getting a lot of those 25 carry games, because I don't want to be that kind of an offense. I want to have a two-back system. So we'll see how it plays out over preseason, and if I need to make adjustments, I'll make them before we get to the regular season. I did sign a fullback, Nick Morgan. He was sitting in free agency. Not a very good fullback, not a very fast one, but somebody to fill the roster spot. I didn't have much of an option after, what's his name? Lubke, I think his name was. Ludeke, something like that. He didn't want to re-sign with us in offseason, and then he disappeared out of the free agency pool. So I guess he decided he wanted to retire. At the receiver position, obviously we have Godwin, Wharton, Watkins, Palmer. I signed Bo Melton, if you guys remember that, towards the end of the offseason. I brought in Jeff Benson. He was an undrafted rookie, and the only reason I did that is because this guy has got some serious return ability. 93 kick return. And we didn't really have a solid kick returner on the roster at this time. So I said, hey, screw it. Let's sign him. See if maybe he can, you know, stick on the active roster because of his return ability. And we'll give him a shot in the preseason to see if he can hold on to it. Raheem Jarrett is still here. I also signed Nathan Givens, who is another undrafted rookie. He's 6'4", 235. He is a big dude. And of course, he is going to be more of a project. 90 speed, 91 excel, pretty good for a 6'4" guy, but his route running is rough. Not bad release for his overall, but route running definitely needs some work. And his toughness isn't the best, but overall, you guys know it, man. I love having a 6'4", 6'5" receiver. I wanted to make sure we had one on the roster at the very least. Now we do. Will he ever play? I don't know, but I'm gonna at least see if I can work with him a little bit in practice and whatnot, and see if I can get him built up to be a mainstay on this roster. The tight ends are the same. Nothing changed there. Cade Otton, James Blake, Donald Parham Jr., and Payne Durham. I did, by the way, go through. I should probably show you guys this. I did go through and I updated people's gear. So Taquan Samuel, I've made him number 30. I changed his face because his face looked too small for his body, and updated his gear a little bit. Same with Taylor Wharton. I thought this looked cool. I like the white sleeve with the white forearm band. So that's the route we're going to take. One thing I've noticed this year too, and it wasn't something that was announced, but I think they fixed the bug where gear wouldn't change. You know, they said like 2 years ago they were gonna have where when you were away, it would change your primary color to white, like a lot of the guys do in the NFL. And I've noticed that it's actually working now in Madden 24. Let me know if you guys have seen that as well, because when we're playing away, Wharton here is wearing all white. His red gloves are white, so I'm okay with that. I like that. I was sort of upset that it didn't work to begin with. So I just thought that was cool and wanted to mention it in case you guys haven't noticed or haven't checked that out. James Blake, he was wearing number 9 when I drafted him, and I sort of just let it be. I think it's a decent number. It's a little weird for a tight end, but I'm trying to expand my horizons. You know, we had Brevin Jordan who wore 9 last year with the Texans. James Blake, he wore it in college. Let's let him rock it out. I am going to make sure he's the starter though. He is going to be a starter immediately. Okay, so you guys can see that he has 300 of 500 already filled out for the player count. I just noticed that now. I'm sure it was on the other guys too. They must keep the snap count even if I don't keep the game. Because I told you guys, I've been practicing and running some sims just to sort of see if things are working properly. And apparently that doesn't wipe when you quit out of a game. So keep that in mind too. If you're playing games and if you quit out, you're still gonna keep the snap count, I guess. Okay, that's a little strange. Didn't think they would do that, but it's Madden, no surprise there. Donald Parham and Payne Durham will fight it out for third tight end. The line is where I did a lot of the filling. So I brought in Deion Gibson. A lot of these guys that you haven't seen, they're all just undrafted rookies that I found in free agency once we simmed to week 1. Here I brought in Chuma Edoga, or did I sign him in offseason? I think I may have signed him in free agency. Oh well. And then over here, we brought in Max Young, another young guy. He was actually a right tackle that I moved to guard. He was like a 65 overall tackle, but he goes up to a 67 at guard. So I thought that'd be a good spot for him to back up Hainsey here. And then on the outside, we just have Gedeke and Jones as our right tackles. Left ends, I did end up signing William Golston back. He just played so well for us last year in relief of some of the other guys. I really wanted to have his presence here. I'm still not sure what we're gonna do. Derek Green cannot play outside linebacker, not with that speed anyway. I'm hoping I can morph him into some kind of weird 3-4 defensive end and let him just play on the line for us, even though he is a little small. He's a little small to be a 3-4 end, but we'll have some fun. We'll see what happens. And then on the other side, Cansey, of course, is our starter. And then Taylor Klein was an undrafted guy brought in. Chances are he probably doesn't make the roster. We'll probably put him on practice squad, and then it'll be Golston and Green as the backups. Nothing changed at D tackle. Vita Vea, of course, Timmy Baker, the guy that we drafted, and then Mike Green. Outside linebacker, nothing here different. Luvu is our starter. Diaby is behind him. I did move Anthony Moore to inside like I told you guys I would. He is a 74 overall, which I still think is a very good number for us to have. I think by the end of the year, I could probably get him to like a 76, maybe a 77, if I'm focusing in on him during the weekly strategy and the training. Jermaine Johnson is our starter after we traded away Tryon Shoyinka. Mincy is behind him along with Jose Ramirez. Those two will battle out to see which one lands on the active roster. Nothing has changed at corners either. I think that was it, actually. Everything else is pretty much the same as it was. Paul Bronson is here. He's, of course, another future type of player. I don't see him cracking the top 4 anytime soon. I'm going to let Rodgers start, okay? As much as it pains me. I'll see what happens. If I like Shelley still, I'm going to put him as the starting nickel, but I couldn't not play Isaiah Rodgers. And we know our secondary was not very good last year at times, so I can't let my own personal feelings of Duke Shelley get in the way of letting Isaiah Rodgers help us out in the secondary. And he's got a lot of speed, 94 speed, 93 excel. That would be stupid of me to not have him out there. Yeah, nothing down here. Yeah, nothing new elsewhere. And then what I wanted to do is we're going to check out the Texans, and then we'll get to the game. TJ Stroud, of course, is the quarterback. He had an excellent rookie season. Damian Pierce and Pierre Strong, who is injured right now. So we're going to see Max Beard. That's a freaking name. Max Beard, the rookie running back. At wide receiver, they have no new faces. So wait, did they? I don't think they had Curtis Samuel. Did they? No, they didn't. They must have signed him. Yeah. So Samuel is now their wide receiver 1, Tank Dell 2, Woods is 3, and then John Mechie 4. Nico Collins, man, I wish I could have started this after the season started, because Nico Collins, guys, if you watched the Texans franchise last year, he played so awesome for us, and he ended up not able to ever crack the starting lineup. And this year he has been an absolute beast in real life. I have him on my fantasy team. He's been like my #1 producing wide receiver. He has been such an amazing breakout story this year. I was hoping he would do that same thing here, but Madden is just too hard, man. Once you're down the depth chart, it's hard to rise up that depth chart, especially if it's a CPU. I toyed around with maybe giving him a little bit of a boost, but I just felt like that would be cheating the CPU system, right? I'm trying to do the normal Madden thing. I'm trying to just let the CPU handle things. It is still offline, so I mean, worst case scenario, if I have to put my profile on, I will. I'm really hoping Madden got it right, so I'm trying not to mess with it too much. Tight ends did not change. Oh, they did draft Luke Allen. Not a very great overall to start with, but he will probably make the active roster, I would assume. Nothing really changed on the offensive line for them. Yeah, nope, everything the same there. The big change here is they drafted Zeke Mack, the defensive end that he went pretty early too. And I fix him up too. I'm also, like, if you guys don't know this or haven't caught on, every time I play a team, I always go through and I make sure I fix like numbers and gear for players, because I hate the way Madden does the auto-generated gear for players in the draft. They just all look so stupid. Sometimes you'll get some that look cool, or there's not too much where it's like, okay, I can rock with this, but a lot of them have stupid face masks. They have dumb heads that don't match their body. So I always go through and I try to fix them. I, of course, did that with Zeke Mack. Put a little all black on him. I thought that would look cool. In the middle, Sheldon Rankins is their starter along with Malik Collins. Jamar Harper, another drafted rookie. He was one of the guys that was on my short list, but he was way down towards the bottom of my list. He's normal dev. He's gonna, of course, be a good pass coverage linebacker. I fixed him up as well, gave him some red on his attire. Jordan Brooks was their big ticket free agency item. If you guys remember me mentioning that, it would have been awesome to bring a guy like him in, but I didn't want to mess up the continuity we have with Levante David and Devin White. So Jordan Brooks ended up going to the Texans. He's their new #1 starter, and they definitely needed one. I'm not sure what happened to the linebacker they had here as a starter last year, but he is a very much needed piece to this defense. Clavon Chasen, I think he was already here. Nothing much on the secondary. Sean Parrish is the only guy that they drafted in this area. And he's not going to hit the field yet, not behind Griffin, King, and Stingley. And then the safeties, Jimmy Ward is still the guy, and Julian Love. I did not know Jalen Petrie fell down the depth chart. Is that true in real life, guys? I wish I would have been following the Texans more, but I just haven't been. So let me know down below, is Petrie really on the bench? Like, any Texans fans in here? What's going on? I thought this guy would be like by this point, like a mid-80s safety or something, you know, or low 80s safety. But it looks like he's now a strong safety and he's backing up Julian Love. Interesting. All right, I already did training camp. I did a lot of the stuff. You can see all of the locks here that I had. I try to do this every year, and for the weekly game plan, I do it every week. Like, I'm never skipping out on doing this stuff. I just feel that it's very important for the growth of the players you have on your team. So I do it every single week. I come in here, I do the mini games for all the players. So hopefully that'll help us get some of these guys that are a little bit farther down on the totem pole right now to get up there, because we had a good draft, but it was more so because of the hidden developments we found. We found a lot of guys who could potentially have really good development, but we didn't find a lot of high overall guys, right? Not a bunch of 78s and 77s, but the low 70s, man, we can get them to grow if I really go at it with the training with them. And of course, if their development ends up being well, they could be good quality starters by the end of the season. And also, just so that we're putting this out here, okay? I believe, and this is just me being a little extra. I know I'm a little extra when it comes to franchise. I would love to be able to just follow the playbook of my giving coordinator. And that's why I did that with the defense. We decided to unfire Bob Bates, and I know that that was not his playbook to run. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pretend that Bob Bates, he retired, okay? But Bob Bates Jr., all right, he was like the quarterback's coach or something. We elevated him, and he's like, get this old playbook out of here. We're gonna do more of a running approach with Trey Lance, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pretend, okay, guys, because it's going against what I was hoping to do, but I couldn't find the 3 I wanted for the trees to match up with the type of book. And I just didn't really like a lot of the books that were offered in free agency when we were looking at the staff. So we're gonna keep Bob Bates. He's now Bob Bates Jr., and he's revamping our entire offense, okay? So don't kill me in the comments because it's not 100% realistic, okay? Thank you. All right, let's get to the game. All right, guys, we are on defense to start this game off. So CJ Stroud coming out. Man, they really messed up his look, man. Doesn't his head look super small? Dang, I hate when that happens, dude. I really do. I just wish they could get these player models right, you know? He just looks like he has a really small head. But anyway, here we go. First look at the new defense. Hand off immediately, and look at that. It's Max Beard, the rookie. He gets outside, and he's got 13 yards immediately. Wide open running room for him. And there we go. Look at that. Double mug, double A-gap look. I love this look. We're going to fall out of it. Pressure coming, and there's Frankie Louvu, second play of his Bucs career. He's got himself a sack. He's got a small head too. Sorry, I don't want to keep pointing this stuff out, but it bothers me, okay, guys? I have to. Hand off to Pierce, and he pushes forward, a nice gain of 5. I'm not a fan of that call, though. I mean, it's third and forever, or second and forever, and you decide to call a run. I don't know. 3rd and 13. Stroud back. He's got time looking over the middle. He's got a man wide open. And of course, he finds Dalton Schultz, the tight end, all the way across midfield down to the 40. And just like that, the Texans knocking on field goal range. Hand off to Pierce again. Another big hole over on the left side. And he'll get 9 more. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that all the games that I watched, nothing is going to go the way that I thought it was going to go based off of the last games that I've seen. Oh, quick shot to Schultz. Catch is made, another first. And that happens every time, guys. Like, every single time I will run tests off stream or off camera, and everything looks good, and then I'll go into the game, and everything is different. Another completion there, the first one to Curtis Samuel. Texans moving. Now in the red zone. Blitz coming, we get through, but he's still able to get rid of it to Dalton Schultz. They had a good play call there, a little tight end out, probably a choice route there, and it just so happened to work perfectly right into what they were calling. Stroud back, looking to the end zone, and what a throw to Brevin Jordan, the tight end, in the corner, and he is going to get themselves on the board early on the first drive. Good throw, good catch. And here we go. Time to see what Trey Lance can do full offseason as a starter. Playbook, sort of more for his style of play. And first play is going to go to Taquan Samuel, and he'll get it for 6 yards. And it is a handoff. Samuel pushing forward. He's got a first. Handoff. No, it is an option play, and there goes Trey Lance. Oh, he juked him out of his shoes. What a run by Trey Lance, 27 yards. Dude, he just juked 2 defenders at once. Look at this. I mean, all the space in the world, and then look at this little breakdown. Boom. Wow, that was a big run. I did not think he would put the juke on. I did not think that was going to happen. First down, here we go. Handoff, Rachaad White, and White able to fall forward. Another nice pickup on the ground, 6 yards. So far, the ground game working beautifully. And now we're closing in on the red zone. Lance looking, first throw, it's caught. It's James Blake down to the 12. Now on first down, another handoff to White. And he's only going to get a few. Well, actually, he'll get 4. As the Texans were pretty good about getting back and making sure they stopped him, because there was not many defenders in the area. The guys that were there did a good job. Otten in motion. Last time we saw this, of course, it was a handoff to Samuel. And no, this time it's play action. Lance under pressure, trying to run around, fires to the end zone. He's just off target for Godwin, a little outside of his area of reach. But that was a good attempt. I like that play. It was an aggressive play. Maybe next time he could have kept it, but, you know, it's easy to judge in hindsight. And oh my God, a blitz by Jordan Brooks right up the middle. He pushed past Rachaad White and forces 4th down. All right, 1st and 10 for Houston once again. Stroud back. Oh, feeling a little bit of pressure. Throws it short, and it's caught. Robert Woods. What a catch. And let me just put this out here, guys, okay? The last 2 games I watched, the quarterbacks were not 100% accurate, okay? They were not. I did plenty of testing. And right now, it's looking like I did no testing, because Stroud has not missed a single throw yet. He's 6 for 6, but I promise you guys, it was not like that the last 2 games. Quick throw, another perfect pass and a catch. And Vita Vea is hurt. Oh, man, come on. Already starting with the injuries, and he's going on the cart. Well, hopefully it's nothing serious. Yeah, get off that cart, dude. We need you back out here. That means it's going to be Timmy Baker in at D tackle for us. 3rd and 5. We send pressure, and my God, man. He's 8 for 8. This is the first game I'm seeing where after 8 throws, a quarterback is still perfect. I'm not joking. And sometimes that has to do with running the same game multiple times. So I'm just gonna let it go. It's preseason, but we see it throughout the rest of preseason. There might have to be some type of adjustment made. And Stroud again outside. There's just no coverage out there. Here we go on 3rd down over the middle, and a wide open again. Guys, why are you doing this game? Oh my God, dude. Sometimes I just hate how Madden operates. I really do. This was not at all what these sliders looked like. The last game I watched, it was a defensive slugfest for the entire first half. It was insane. It was like both quarterbacks were like 50 to 60%. And the run games were working decently. They weren't overpowered. It looked really good. That's why I decided to use this game and just say, okay, I think we're good with testing. And now, first game, showing it with recording. And, oh, finally, he missed a throw. Finally. And we'll force 3. Texans out here for their first series of the second quarter. Mills is the quarterback now. He's going to throw it short, and he only gets a yard. So still up by 7. And we'll see if they are able to continue the success they had in the first quarter, as he throws it incomplete, leading to 3rd and 9. Can we finally get a good defensive stop here? Oh, quick play action and a beautiful play on the outside by Duke Shelley. And that is going to force the punt. And here we go. First drive that we had in the second quarter was very bad, so I just skipped it. And now we are out here. A little a little RPO, or read option, that is, to Tyler Huntley, as he'll take it for 8 yards. Tucker and Samuel are going to be the main running backs. I have Nathan Gibbons. Oh, there goes Huntley again. He cannot get past number 21, Julian Love. If he would have stayed outside, I feel like he had the ability to get away from him, but he just cut it way too short. And there we go again with another stop. Come on, guys. Oh my God, what the hell just happened? Guys, I wasn't even paying attention. I'm not even gonna be able to see what happened until I go back and watch it. I'm so bad at this. What happened? How are we here? Up to Samuel. Oh my God. I honestly don't know what happened. This is bad. Okay, well, here we are, touchdown. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's Payne Durham. Man, I gotta stop looking at my phone. All right, another offensive drive. Huntley looking short, and he finds Samuel for a gain of 4. Let me tell you guys, it has been a rough outing for everybody. Defenses have been, I don't know if you want to call it good defense or horrible offense, but I don't think I've shown any drive outside of the one we scored on up to this point, because every drive is just such a stinker. Like every single one of them. Like no first downs gotten, nothing. There we go, finally a big play. Look at that, and there goes Tucker. And I think he's gone. He is. Touchdown. Finally, something worth to keep in the video. Sean Tucker on a halfback screen on 3rd and long, or 3rd and 7, I guess more medium. And just excellent blocking. The defense bites on it fully. And we finally have ourselves a score. And now, after 2 straight touchdowns, we go down, like from down 10-3 to up 17-10. Texans back on offense. Play action, roll out for Mills. He's looking deep, and he's got a man open. It's Nico Collins out across the 40. Actually, they'll get to the 45 before finally being shoved out of bounds. A pickup of 27. That is the best play by far for them since they've entered the game in the second quarter. Mills looking on the right side again, but he's off target. You can see there 6 of 15, 78 yards. Been a very, very difficult game to watch. I've honestly started yawning the last few minutes. Oh, look at that! Pressure up the middle, it's Dennis, and he'll get the sack. I'm loving the pressure that this team is starting to send with this new playbook. I'm really loving it. I'm liking it a lot so far. 3rd and 19. Mills looking for the screen, and he does not get it over the head of Yaya Diaby. And now it is going to be 4th down, and we're going to get the ball back. Good series by the defense. All right, defense got a good stop. And now we have a chance to try and extend this lead. There goes Samuel making some moves, and he'll get a gain of 6. 9 carries, 40 yards for him today. It hasn't been a bad day on the ground, honestly. It just hasn't been really big chunk plays. It's been more, plays like that, 4, 5, 6 yards at a crack. You'll only get a few there, but it's good enough to get us into a much more manageable 3rd down. 3rd and 2. As Huntley keeps it, and he barely gets away from a big loss. Gets back to the line, and we're gonna have to punt it again. Texans back on offense. Mills a little play action, gets rid of it just in time. He throws it away. Felt the pressure, I guess, from behind. And now he's gonna go back to Beard. And Beard takes it forward for 5. He's not had a bad game either. 8 for 26. A couple of those have been losses, but he has shown flashes to be a solid running back too. for the Texans. And hey, in the future, he could end up being a 1-2 punch with him and Pearson. There's Darius Jackson getting loose in the secondary and gets the first down. Mills looking right side, almost intercepted by Rodgers. Diving effort to try and get the interception, but he just could not hang on. Second down. It's been such a good game to see these young guys, though, man. I'm telling you, I've seen some really good stuff out of Moore. I've seen some good stuff out of Merriweather. I also seen some good stuff out of Servasia Dennis. I think I'm saying his name right. There's another blitz. We don't get pressure. And he's able to get rid of it to Brevin Jordan on the outside. First down. And I'm not seeing like things that'll make me like, okay, these guys have to start, but just seeing that we have some good flexibility on our team. And there goes Darius Jackson again. Big run down to the 32. Houston finally making some noise on offense. First time, I believe, in this second half that they've, or really since they've entered the game, that they've actually put together more than one first down. And there's another big run. Max Beard getting outside, and he's going to take it down to the 12. They're going to go right back to Jackson. Why not? And he gets it down to the 6. Another nice run. Leaning on the ground game finally. Have not done that a lot so far this game. And there's a big play for Jermaine Johnson. Big loss on the play. 3rd and 6. Mills under pressure, lets it go. It's caught by Jordan, but they're going to mark him short. That ball was just a little bit too far behind, and it's Paul Bronson, the rookie, on the tackle, and they're going to just take the 3 points. They haven't had a lot of opportunities down here, so yeah, I don't blame them here, and they'll cut it down to a 4-point game. 8 minutes to go in this game. Handoff, and there goes Max Beard trying to get outside. He does finally track down at the 44. A huge run. And that right there just probably rejuvenated the Texans. They got the 3 points a couple of drives ago, cut it down to 4. As we near the end of this game, they have a shot to get back in it and take the lead. Mills rolling out, lets it go. He's got a completion. It's Nico Collins down to the 31. Beard is tired. Of course he is. He just took off for like 60 yards. They're going to hand it to him anyway, and Dennis shuts it down at the line. All right, let's see if the defense can rebound here after those big plays. Quick shot. Collins again. He'll get it to the 24, gain of 7. Almost wonder if they would try to go for it if they don't get this 3rd down conversion. Handoff, Beard. And Beard so close to the first. Dennis again bringing him down short. I feel like they're going to go for it, man. And they will. I actually like this call. They haven't had a lot of successful drives. 4th and inches. I mean, you just need a couple of inches. But they won't get it. They won't get it. He tried to bounce it outside, and Devin White, for some reason, sneaks himself into the game and brings him down for a loss of like 3 yards. Wow, okay. That might have just sealed it if we can get a nice drive going here. There goes Samuel up the middle to the 39. A couple more plays like that, we could probably close this out. Huntley gets outside. He's going to get the first. Tackled inbounds. And now we're bringing out the big set. Full house out of pistol. Play action. We're going to throw it. And Huntley, incomplete. Looking to take the top off the defense with Nathan Givens. And Parrish, the rookie, the one on the play, to break it up. Under 5 minutes to go. Another play action, or read option, and Huntley's got it to the 36. Durham in motion. Here we go. Handoff to Samuel. No, it's another read option, and oh no, it's a fumble! Pick it up! No, no, no! Oh, no! And that, guys, right there is why I'm not a big fan of the read option stuff, man. That happens too frequently with quarterbacks. There's a weird coding in the game that does not allow the carrying to matter for a quarterback. Oh, man, I hope that doesn't cost us. Quick shot outside. Nice open field tackle by Merriweather. All right, defense, we need you to make a stop here. They're already out to the 46 because of the turnover. Mills looks underneath, He's got Hutchison, and Hutchison is out to, or inside, actually, he got across the 50 down to the 48. Another 3rd and short, handoff to Beard, and he'll get just enough for the first down. Anthony Moore, 7 tackles on the day so far. He's had a pretty good showing. Little pump fake from Mills, a deep shot, he's got him, it's Darius Jackson down to the 19. Another handoff, Beard, and Izzian brings him down at the 10. Great play. And the Texans, they can steal this lead right now. Handoff, Jackson pulling it forward for the first. And now it's going to be on somebody to make a play for us on defense here. 2-minute warning. Down at the 9, play action. Mills, he's got time. The time finally runs out, and it's Mike Green. No, I'm sorry, Mincy on the stop. Andre Mincy coming from his outside linebacker position, and he's going to get a big sack back to the 17, and that might right there really help this defense out. But we still have got to be careful. Mills backpedaling to the 30. He's under pressure again. Timmy Baker puts the hit on him, forcing an incompletion. The ball hits the turf at the at like the 15-yard line, and it's going to count as an incompletion, which means they still have a good chance here. 3rd and goal, 17. Mills looks short, gets some of those yards back, and they'll get it down to the 10. Brevin Jordan on the catch, and they're going to have one last shot at getting this lead. All the marbles are on this play. 4th down. No ability to get a first. Mills needs a touchdown or a turnover, and he's going to the end zone. It's incomplete. Incomplete. We're going to get the ball back, and we will hold on for the win. I mean, technically we have the win. It's 44 seconds, but they do have 3 timeouts. They did a good job of not using them at all on that last drive, and Samuel gets outside. He couldn't get his feet back under him in time to make that juke worth anything. And there goes the first timeout. So we just need 5 yards, and this game is over. Handoff, Samuel, and there it is. He's got the first, and he's out to the 29. And that, folks, is going to be the game. A low-scoring game at that. A tough outing for both offenses for the 2nd and 3rd quarter. Both sort of came alive in the 4th to make some final plays and pushes. But in the end, we make enough plays to get the ball back and hold on to a very small 4-point lead. And that is going to be the game. All right, so we got a couple of upgrades from that game. Kayvon Merriweather, the free safety, he's going to get an upgrade. And honestly, he had a pretty good game, in my opinion, man. I thought he played well. We're going to go run support for him. It's actually going to give him a +2. Oh, so he got 2 upgrades to zone out of that 1 upgrade for run support. So that's going to move him up to a 66 overall. Christian Izzian is also going to get an upgrade, and we're going to go zone for him. And that will put him at a 68, 69 with the extra boost. Paul Bronson is going to be getting one right away. I think we're going to go zone for him. Yeah, his zone is bad. We're going to have to go straight zone to get that caught back up. He is still going to go up in overall, though. And he will get 1 to zone. We do have an injury. And it's Derek Green, our rookie. Is this like, I swear to God, this is deja vu. Did this not happen in the very first, like, obviously he wasn't our first round pick, but this same thing happened to us last year. And I mean literally last year when I did the Texans franchise. I drafted Braxton McManus. He was our first pick. And literally like our first game watched, he got hurt and he was out for multiple weeks. And now our first game after drafting a defensive end, he gets hurt and he's out for multiple weeks. And I'm pretty sure his was an abdominal tear as well, because that's all Madden can give these guys. If it's not a labrum, it's an abdominal tear. Everybody has horrible core strength and abdominals. All right, so we are in the 2nd week of preseason. So based off of the first game, I really want to see more of the young guys play in meaningful snaps. So now that we're in week 2, we're gonna have a full half next video. And I think what I'm gonna do is depending on how this next game goes, the Browns game, I might try and do like 1 or 2, like just finish the preseason. I don't want to spend 3 or 4 videos straight in preseason. I don't think that's going to be very good for viewership. But I do want to make sure that we're doing our due diligence with our roster. So I'm trying to find a good balance. And honestly, if the game is anything like this last one was, this video might not even be that long because there was so little good gameplay to watch that it wasn't even like constructive gameplay where I could be like, wow, look at how good this defender was. It was just horrible playing by the opposing quarterbacks, like bad throws, late throws, just dumb stuff. It wasn't even stuff that I can show you just as more of like a highlight reel. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping that because it's 1 full half, it'll be better. Maybe we just do the last, like this game, and then the last game we just sim. I don't know. But next episode, I'm going to try and maybe work in some more of the young guys earlier with the starters to sort of see how they perform on a real field with real competition. And we'll see what happens from there. But as for this video, that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And again, thank you for the support on the last video. Let me know down below what you guys think of what I did to the rookies. Did I choose poorly with their numbers? Did I choose their gear bad? I think they look pretty good, but let me know down below with that. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that bell notification so you know when this stuff goes up, and I will see you guys next time.